Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's having a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. I wanted to come out here today and record a quick video for you guys, kind of covering the give you guys a 100-hour review on my 2022 Massey Ferguson 1825e tractor. I've had it. I took delivery of it 8 months ago, July of 2022. I've gotten a few projects under my belt, and I feel like I've gotten a good sample of what this machine is, how it behaves, and what kind of capability it offers. And just to give you a summary of what my experience have been so far with it is, it's been incredible. I love it. The only thing that broke was the PTO shaft, which was my fault. I am a new operator, and it was a user error, which cost me to have to put a new PTO shaft on my stump grinder. As far as the tractor, it works perfect. For a 100-hour machine, if it didn't, I would be very surprised. But so far, it has started every single time on the first try. It hasn't given me any issues in the cold or heat, and has done everything that I wanted it to do. So, as far as my specific machine, the way I ordered it and the attachments that I equipped it with, it's a 3-range hydrostatic transmission. It does have an optional skid steer quick attach for easier attaching of implements. The 3 attachments that I ended up getting with my tractor was the 48-inch grapple. I got the 60-inch dirt bucket, which comes standard. And the last attachment that I have is the Bommalite 1P24 stump grinder. As far as the tire options, this is what they call a Galaxy R4. This is industrial. It's an R4 industrial style tire. Okay. So when it comes to this machine, there's really 4 main things that sold me on this specific machine and this specific configuration, and that being size and power and the ratio of it, reliability, hydraulics, and the transmission. Buying my first tractor, I did not want something that I could push to the limit, something that I could easily flip, something that I could easily damage. With this tractor, even though it is only 25 horsepower, the frame of this tractor, some of the other models is a Massey Ferguson lineup that use this specific frame of tractor, the size, this width, the wheelbase. They actually offer it in higher horsepower models. I believe it's almost 11 or 12 more horsepower that you can get in this engine on this tractor. I think you can almost get 40 horsepower. I like the idea that you have a tractor that the frame of the tractor that is wide, that's long, that's capable of handling much more horsepower, and that I could really push without worrying as much about damaging it or flipping it like I would when I sat on some of the subcompact tractors. I liked on those machines. I liked the size. I liked the ability to work on the finished property without damaging it. But I just didn't feel comfortable on any kind of grade or slope. A lot of those tractors are very narrow. They're meant to work with a 48-inch implement, meaning usually the wheelbase is just barely under 48 inches, and having a lot of weight on a loader or an implement that's raised up really raises the center of gravity and makes it very uncomfortable to drive. Makes it very easy to makes it easier to get in trouble by flipping it if you don't know what you're doing. And I felt that this tractor, even though it only has 25 horsepower, because of the larger size, gave me a little bit of safety net as to what I could pick up, what I could move, and what kind of situations I could get myself into. So that was the size to power ratio was one of the reasons why I think this is the perfect tractor for me, and it might be a perfect tractor for you if you are a beginner, somebody that's getting your first machine. Second thing is reliability. One thing that AGCO, which is the company that makes Massey Ferguson, one thing that they do with their compact tractors is they have a partnership with a company called Izaki. That company, that partnership has been around since early 1990s. It is something that basically a lot of the farm tractors, agricultural machines are being built in-house, but for a lot of the compact, subcompact, and utility tractors, Izaki is the go-to manufacturer for the engine and for sometimes for the entire tractor. And for this specific model, 1825e, Massey Ferguson has allowed Izaki to build the whole machine from the ground up. So what that means is that in my eyes, when it comes to reliability, I like the idea of one person, one company building the entire tractor from the beginning to the end. They don't have to take an engine from one manufacturer and make it work with another transmission to attach it to another hydraulic unit that's made by somebody else. This is the one company that manufactures every single part from the frame to the engine, and kind of pairs the whole package together and puts it together for Massey Ferguson. And that was appealing to me. Based on what I've read about Izaki and the partnership that AGCO and the Massey Ferguson had with them, it's been a very strong partnership, and every time AGCO has tried to walk away from it or explore other options, it did not go well, and they always end up going back to Izaki. So I feel like after 30 some years, it's a strong partnership. I am confident that, as confident as I can be, that that partnership will continue for years to come, that I will be able to get parts for this machine, and I think there's a track record to show that the machines that they built through that partnership were of high quality. Good value, but high quality. The engine is 1.49 or 1.5 liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated engine, diesel engine, which is in my mind, I think of some of the old the pre-Power Stroke diesels. Before they have turbos, I think they call them IDF diesel engines that early Ford pickup trucks had, and although they were not very powerful and they were not known for great performance, what they were known for is reliability and going for a long time. It's an engine that's not very stressed. There's not a very as high of a compression ratios. You're not forcing extra fuel with the turbo like a lot of modern diesel engines. You are just the engine naturally feeds air into itself, which means it's limited in how much fuel it could consume. And so usually the naturally aspirated diesel engines are really don't have to work hard. They don't produce a lot of horsepower, but they are a workhorse that, if built right, will last a long time and are fairly simple to fix. So I like the idea of that. I like the idea of naturally aspirated diesel engine with no DPF, with no EPA emission controls, with less things to go wrong. And all in all, what I've learned about Izaki, what I've learned about naturally aspirated diesel engines, and the fact that it doesn't have EPA or DPF leads me to believe that it should be a reliable machine, something that I'd be able to keep for years, and even if I get another machine, not have to trade it in and just keep working this as the years go on. I might be wrong, but in my eyes, reliability should be one of the positive qualities of this machine, but only time will tell, and I will keep you guys posted as the time goes on. The next thing that I really liked about this tractor are the hydraulics. Now this particular tractor comes with FLX 2407 front end loader. This machine has 7.3 gallon per minute implement. I think it's 10.9 total hydraulic flow. I think 3.6 gallons per minute to the steering, and that's quite a bit more than something that you would get on a subcompact tractor or mid-size compact tractor. So when it comes to front end loader and the lift capacities, you're looking at around 1,600 pounds of lift capacity, breakout force, which is basically lifting the front end loader off the ground, and that's 1,600 pounds of breakout force, with the load center being 19.6 inches away from the pivot point. So it's actually a usable lift capacity, the breakout force, the lift capacity and the breakout force. The lift capacity, same at 19.6 inches away from pivot point of load center. At max capacity is about 1,047 pounds based on some of the brochures, some of the literature that I've read on this machine, which is a very respectable amount. Certainly enough for what I am doing, and it is enough to, I'll probably never touch it even close. And I guess one of my fears was, when I talked about size and power, is that I would lift something that is too heavy or too high, and end up flipping the tractor or damaging in the process. When it comes to 3-point hitch, the max capacity here is 1,597 pounds, and that's lift capacity with the load center 24 inches away from the ball points. So that's also a very respectable amount of weight. I've never felt, this is I believe it's around 450 pounds is what one P24 weighs, and I've never felt even an inkling of it just lifts it up and lowers it without any problems. Last reason why I think this tractor was the perfect tractor for me and for my application, as well as why I think I wouldn't buy this tractor if it didn't have it. It would be an absolute deal breaker. That's 3-range hydrostatic transmission. After operating a gear shuttle shift and hydrostatic transmission, I knew that I'm going to need hydrostatic transmission because I was planning to do a lot of dirt work, and I liked the flexibility. I liked how easy it was to operate in a tight spaces, going forward and backwards. That was a must-have for me, is the hydrostatic transmission. But most importantly, because I knew I was looking for a 25 horsepower tractor, and I knew I wanted to get as big of a 25 horsepower tractor as I can, I had to have a 3-range hydrostat. If this tractor did not have a 3-range hydrostat, I would not look at it. And the reason why is because when you have such limited horsepower, the way manufacturers maximize that power is usually one of two ways. First is they install a larger displacement motor. 1.5 liter is a fairly large size motor, and then they detune it to provide more torque and less horsepower, so that way they can still stay under the EPA rating. Another way that you can get a little bit more power, a little bit more capability out of your small engine is by having more gears, by gearing. The 3-range hydrostat allows for, versus something that has a tractor that only has 2-speed, when you have just low and a high gear. The 3-range allows you to have low, medium, and high, where low gear is that much lower and high gear is that much higher. So that way when you are driving on the road or transporting your tractor from place to place, you have the ability to put it in high gear and go a little bit faster than you would with a 2-range transmission. And on the same thing, when you are putting your tractor under a lot of stress, when you're putting this motor under a lot of stress, you can put that lower gear is that much lower, which allows you to get just a little bit more torque and power out of the engine. For what I was looking for, this was a must-have. So these are the main things that sold me on this tractor. That's size to power ratio, the reliability, or what I perceive as things that are the features, the aspects of a tractor that should make it a reliable machine. Hydraulics and hydraulic capabilities with plenty of safety net for my application, as well as a 3-range hydrostat to make the most out of the smaller horsepower engine. Okay guys, so this is my 100-hour review of this Massey Ferguson 1825e. Like I told you, very happy with the machine, very happy with my choice. As I look back, I have zero regrets about what I did and what I purchased. I guess as the time goes on, we'll find out if some of the things that, if this tractor lives up to what I imagined it will be. But so far, it has lived up to everything that I wanted it to be. It has done everything I wanted it to do, and it has been a perfect tractor for me, for my homestead, for my application. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment if you have any questions about this machine or any of my attachments, or any questions about this. So thank you guys all for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. See you again soon. Bye-bye.